everyone. Since we are lying in different region of worldwide, greeting from my end. So I'm so excited to talk about the latest innovation which is happening into antibody drug conjugates and how that is actually inventing the cancer treatment. So when it comes to talking about the innovation, why ADC is important. So there are already existing therapies for the cancer treatment, which is a chemotherapy and immunotherapy. But with respect to these therapies, there are certain challenges with respect to non-specific targeting, high systematic toxicity, dose limitations, limited microenvironment, and resistant to immunotherapy. When we talk about the key innovation focus areas, so majorly we are seeing so far that the companies are working to innovate certain components of it, like biospecific and multispecific antibodies. So biospecific and multispecific antibodies are like the engineered antibodies which can target two or three different regions of antigens. Similarly, multi-specific antibodies can be utilized for multiple antigens, and that can be really effective with a broad therapeutic effect. So in 1910, the concept of ADC has been researched, and practically the practical realization that occurred into 1917. So far it took decades to bring the practical realization of this ADC. So if you see from the first generation to the fourth generation, in the first generation, mouse origin or chimeric humanized antibodies have been utilized. But when it comes to the fourth generation, which is the product came into 2022, so that has been utilized the humanized antibody. We will be discussing about the recent advancement into the ADC technology, which actually addresses the core challenges. So there is always certain challenges which we see in terms of any drugs or any production challenges as so far. So here the core challenges with the ADC we are seeing so far is linker stability in the bloodstream. We are also seeing that there are a lot of integration of proteomics, AI, and computational pathology as well. And when we talk about the advancement in the ADC development, which is driven by proteomics, AI, and computational pathology, it is actually paving the way for more precise and personalized cancer therapies. It's like a very rare type of cancer can be also treated with this radioconjugates. And the key benefits associated with the radioconjugates we are seeing so far, it includes targeted delivery of radiations, enhanced effectiveness against the resistant tumors. It has a dual functionality for both imaging as well as therapy.
When we talk about the specificity, we know that ADC usually works upon the linker and the identification of the target molecule. So as specific as the ADC, higher efficiency it would contain. Now, developing the ADC linkers has been challenging because the linker releases drug at a certain different level of the bodies and different part of the bodies, which creates the off-target toxicity. Now, how can we resolve these toxicity issues? One is the preclinical biomarker analysis, as it increases the predictability of the toxicity in the early stages itself and set a safe dosing frequency and the treatment regimen. And we can also look for the bispecific ADCs and the dual targeting strategies as it improves the selectivity of the ADC and reduces the off-target toxicity again.
I hope that we learned something about antibody-drug conjugates. Is a significant class of biopharmaceuticals, normally for targeted therapy against cancer, but now there are examples of targeting other diseases. There is a range of pharmaceutical companies, more than 60 in the field, that they are developing ADCs. We learned a little bit about the mechanism of action. They will attach primarily to the target, to cancer cells, depending on the specificity of the antibody interaction. And of course, you can have the cytotoxic component of the ADC acting as a conjugate to kill cancer cells, either uniquely or as a bystander effect.